Hi everyone, my name is Penemue and this is my Herbalism route for gathering Flamestalk in Monsters and Memories. We are starting in Vale of Zintar at the far right entrance to the giant city, and the first thing we're going to do is scale this mountain. The full route takes roughly 12 and a half minutes to complete. However, to sped up this video in sections just for you to get through it faster. To do this full loop efficiently, you're going to need some kind of invisibility, and having invisibility to animals or beasts is very helpful. There are two different mobs in this area that can see through invisibility. The first are giant wolves. You can generally avoid them, or if you have invisibility to beasts, just pass right through them. The second are sand giant suncallers. You have to be vigilant for these guys, and some of them can have large roaming paths, so watch out. This tunnel is empty except for the occasional giant pathing and the giant by the exit. Both it and the corresponding tunnel on the other side of the city contain shade shrooms and Kohler platinum veins. A wolf paths right by the door here, but can usually be avoided. Another wolf paths between this bridge and further down the ramp, so just be careful. Getting up this corner takes a bit of Spider-Man work, but every race should be able to do it. You're getting now to the more dangerous part of the route. Be careful when you go to pick this next herb, as you can aggro the giant from the doorway above you, or the wolf and giant beneath you if you're not careful. There's a herb at the end of that hallway on the right past the giant, but since it's frequently a suncaller that passes back and forth through the hall, and there are also wolves inside that like to path around, I generally just skip it. Cut back a little bit here to avoid the wolves and giants on the stairs, and hop on down to the bottom of the oasis. There is a giant that passed from the stairs to the oasis exit tunnel, and it's often a suncaller, so just be aware of it. Watch for the wolf that paths here up and down in the middle. The Flamestalk in here is right by this spiky plant. Check the wolf again, and the pathing giant, and make your way out through the oasis exit tunnel on towards the last herb of the route. And that is the last herb on the route before we go back to reset to the start. There are 2 herb nodes that can spawn in the spider pit just beneath you from here, but you'll need invisibility for them, and I rarely incorporate them into my route unless the Flamestalk pickings are getting sparse, or I want to take the second tunnel out to reset for shade shrooms and mining nodes. I have another video on how to get into that tunnel and pick the shade shrooms on my channel, but from here I'm just going to take my usual reset. Back to the start. My name is Penemue, and this has been my Herbalism route for Flamestalk and Monsters and Memories. I hope you found it helpful, and if you could toss out a like and subscribe, that'd be great. I look forward to seeing you all when Monsters and Memories hits early access. Thanks.